on the east end of the new alignment for the Pioneer Mountain Eddyville project. And we're heading west. Off to our left is a wetlands mitigation site that we put in place a few years ago as part of our mitigation to environmental impacts. This part of the project was designed and constructed by YRC in the early days, including this bridge coming up here, which is Little Elk Creek. Off to our right is Eddyville and the Eddyville Charter School. So we're approaching the section that ODOT is redesigning and constructing. Off to our right is the Alcy Veneer mill site. This is cut 3, and that pile of rock that's off to the left is a buttress. And it's a buttress that's used to hold back a landslide in that area. Now we're approaching the Eddy C drainage. Eddy C is unique in that off to our right, there are almost 200 ground anchors holding this side of the mountain in place and preventing this landslide from moving. This is the Eddy B drainage. This is where one of the culverts is located. It's a 6.5 foot in diameter, and that allows debris to pass through. This is cut 5. On the left is a buttress, as used for landslide mitigation. Now entering the Crystal Creek drainage. This is the largest of the 4 drainages. In phase 3, we moved 2.5 million cubic yards. Half of it went in here. And the area that we're driving over right at the moment is where the wildlife culvert will go in. And that'll allow wildlife to pass underneath the road rather than going over the top of it and getting hit by cars. On our left is another large landslide mitigation buttress. That's what all the rock is there. And then you've also seen a few of the horizontal drains that we have in place. The horizontal drains are placed in the fill and into the cut faces and drilled back in there. It's perforated pipe that goes back in between 300 and 800 feet, and it's to pull the water out of the hillside that tends to activate landslides. Here's some more horizontal drains off to our left. You'll see these drawing water out of the hillside all the way through the summer. We're now going over the Cougar Drainage. There's another 6.5 foot culvert here, and there's also a large buttress off to the right. This is cut 7. You'll see on the left-hand side of cut 7, there's some pipes. Those are conduits that are connected to ground anchors that are in this face. If you look carefully, you can see some round spots on the rock, and that's where we've placed ground anchors and then covered them up with mortar. And that holds that rock face in place. This is the pave area. This is the other half of the section that YRC completed during the first half of the project. And this is Trap Creek Bridge. This is the Yaquina River Bridge. And off to our right, off to our left is Yaquina Meadows. this last bridge is the bridge that goes over the railroad.